Welcome back.
Today we're gonna reveal a new secret recording location, insult some Europeans,
Body shame innocent strangers, and reveal what we would do if we were president.
This is the Boredroom. I'm Sara.
And I'm Rachel.
I know who killed Tupac, and you know what? I support her. So, I'm coming to you guys from a secret quarantine location. Real fancy, real, let's just say there's a history to this place. That's
Yeah.
right. I am on Jeffrey Epstein's Predator Island, baby. I shouldn't say baby. I got it real cheap on Zillow. I think this is my first like real estate purchase, so I'm very excited being an island owner at 21 years old.
Should we start another fire festival there?
I've already contacted Ja Rule several times, and he's told me, I don't know how you keep getting my number. So we're going to have to get a new celebrity investor. I don't know what the availability of Nicole Richie is, but she might be down.
Yeah, I think so.
BTW, the reason that I got it is because I swept in real early, like incredibly early, when his mugshot started popping up on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, Jeffrey Epstein, blah, 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 blah. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to look up what he did necessarily. All I know is I saw those aerial views, like those the drone footage of that island. And I said, Mama wants that. I rushed over to my computer. I typed in Zillow.com and I hit refresh. I mean, to the point where I nearly got carpal tunnel, waiting for the island to be a listing. And then I swept in there and I bought it. That's right. You have to be aggressive in life.
Yeah.
And so now it's mine. There's a haunting feeling walking around these grounds for some reason.
Yeah, aren't there a lot of like old like daycare buildings and stuff there? Like I thought that was kind of
It's
weird.
very weird.
Yeah.
There's like there are like almost posters you'd hang up to teach children like the alphabet, just scattered around, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a lot of kids.
Yeah, maybe he's like a good with kids type of guy.
Yeah. We don't know what he did. They kept saying like Predator Island. I was like, Alien versus Predator? Maybe he was a huge fan.
Yeah. I know he had like that lady friend named like Ghislaine or something.
Yeah. Gasoline Brisbane or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. She's in jail. I don't know what for.
Yeah.
I realized at a certain point people kept talking about Epstein, and I was like, I refuse to learn what he did.
Yeah.
I don't even want to bother. I just want the island.
I don't want to be informed.
Exactly. I would rather live in complete and utter ignorance in a cool house than be conscious and live in a regular home.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just the type of person that I am. But here's the thing. When we first moved in, like I moved in like about a week ago, the people who were doing the cleanup crew were like, you need to get a black light. And I said, why does it have to be black? And they were like, no. Trust us. Any bedroom that you go into, you need to burn the sheets. And I was like, oh, geez. I saw those like 1,000 count cotton sheets, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It can't be that bad. I don't have to buy new stuff.
Yeah.
But I flipped that black light on, and it was like a Jackson Pollock made out of ejaculate. It was absolutely disgusting.
Dang.
Yeah. So he was getting up to something. Again, I don't want to Google it.
Yeah, he's like an artist and he's trying to make like the night sky. Like maybe he's trying to teach kids about constellations, you know?
Exactly. Constellations, constipations, consolidations. They all mean the same thing.
Exactly.
But the house is beautiful. If you, like I said, the aerial shots, gorgeous. They have the color scheme. It's like white and a sky blue, which I love because it reminded me of the Greek flag.
Oh, Oompa. Is that what the Greeks say? And
Yeah,
then they smash a
Oompa.
plate?
Oompa. They say
Oompa
Oompa
Loompa, right?
Loompa.
They made the Oompa Loompas?
They say Oompa, and then, yeah, you have to smash a plate. I don't know how expensive the plate has to be.
It's like a paper plate.
Exactly. Does that work?
Yeah.
I think that is one of my favorite traditions, next to the smashing of the glass in like Jewish weddings when they do it under their feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is with What is with the ethnics and smashing glass? I don't understand it. I don't know. Where was I going with this? Yes. Okay, Greeks. The reason that I like it is because out of all the Europeans, I will say that I like the Greeks. Greece is one of my top 5 European countries. And I do have a top 5 for every single continent, including Antarctica, which is very difficult. But I like the Greeks because no one blows smoke up their ass like people do with Italians or the French.
Yeah.
Those countries get so much credit. And for what?
Yeah.
Because they have a sense of glamour and romance to them. Like, we get it. You have nice architecture and small servings of really excellent food, like obnoxiously tiny.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I don't want cuisine. Sometimes I just want to eat a stick of meat while staring at the Mediterranean Sea next to an Orthodox priest.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my idea of a good vacation, and Greece has that.
That's true. Greece, they've got a good tennis player up in there. His name's Tsitsipas. But there's 8 T's in it. It's crazy.
Tsitsipas.
Yeah, literally, that's what his name is.
Interesting.
They got some fun letters over there.
They do. I like them. I don't know where that was going, but yeah. They are, maybe my fondness for them is because they peaked in high school, as a civilization. Mm-hmm. And they've kind of just accepted that, which I can respect. Because some countries are always like, we need to be on top. We need to be number one. It's like, look, it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. C's get degrees.
I like people who accept mediocrity.
Yeah.
Because I can resonate with them.
Yeah, that's my motto.
Speaking of Europeans, the British, what are your thoughts?
Not a fan. TBH.
Okay, valid.
I only like the British actors that come over here and do American accents.
I know what you mean. It's very I am an American.
Yeah.
I am not from England. And you're like, yeah, that sounds convincing.
I know David Tennant's Scottish or whatever, but because he was in a show called Broadchurch, and then they made an American version, and it was called Grace Point, I think, and he still played the same character, but he just did an American accent instead. And I hated it, and it made me so uncomfortable.
They should have just made him Scottish, never explained it. He's just working.
Yeah.
He just got a license to work in the U.S.
Or that's Benedict Cumberbatch in the Marvel movies or whatever has an American
Doctor Strange.
accent. Yeah.
Yeah, he's American.
He's I am a doctor. It's ew.
I would say, okay, have you ever watched Sex and the City?
No.
Are you aware of a character named Samantha from that show?
I've heard of, people be like, oh, I'm a Samantha.
Yes, everyone says, oh, I'm a Samantha, and I'm like, shut up, you're a Miranda at best. The thing is, she speaks, I was convinced that this woman, Kim Cattrall is the actress's name, was a British actress who was playing an American, because she has one of the greatest speaking voices ever, but it doesn't necessarily sound like an American accent, so every scene in that show is literally them at brunch, just eating really expensive salad or eggs. And then Samantha will come in and she'll be like, I was with a guy the other night. That's how she talks. Yeah. And I thought she was British, and guess what? She's not. She's all American.
Dang.
She's an Americana, and I felt deceived.
How disappointing.
But I will take that over a British accent. I'll say it right here and right now. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the accent because it's not real.
Because also there's 8 different fonts of their accents.
Right?
Because some of them are proper English. Some yeah, I'm from Sussex. They do all these different.
Sussex. You mean Sussex? I'm from Sussex.
I was combining Sussex and Essex.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sussex. It's a really small part of England, actually.
It's right at the border.
I've been there a couple times. Yeah, I have a summer home there, actually.
Oh, okay. A shack. I don't know if it legally counts as a home. Yeah. I guess I'm not aware of the differences in the regional accents. I just have a very, very general understanding
Yeah.
that like the more north you go, the less posh it gets.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of the US.
Yeah.
But the posh accent in particular, when I say like I'm sick and tired of the accent, I don't mind like the super fake Cockney ones
Yeah.
or the poor one, like the poor accents. And I'm going to say that because that is literally what like posh British people call these accents.
Yeah.
It's like the ones you'd hear coming from someone wearing a full-on like Adidas tracksuit, like very Eminem circa 2003. They can
And the
stay.
tingles pop.
I
pop,
don't mind
pop.
them.
That
Yeah.
guy.
Those are fine. Because those are like trickle-down British accents.
Yeah.
The posh accents that are like, oh, I dare say. Oh, yes. Well, no one talks like that anymore.
Yeah.
But,
a message from the Queen for you, sir.
The way that, like, if you've ever watched The Crown or, like, heard
yeah.
Prince Charles speak, where he's like, I don't know, Lady Diana. And they're like, shut up.
Yeah, that's not how people talk.
It's not. It's like, my goodness, I can see the inbreeding. They tried and cover it up. That's what they do. This is what aristocrats the world over do, is they make themselves look fancy to cover up the fact that all of the grandparents were direct cousins.
Yes. This reminds me because I remember my friend told me this like years ago and has stuck with me ever since. But like the percentage, this is only somewhat related, but when you said inbreeding, I was like, I know a lot. But
Personal experience.
Yeah, there's something with like Amish people where like they're more likely to have 12 fingers than like any other sort of like group of people because there's so much inbreeding, which leads to more like genetic defects and stuff that aren't like traditionally considered normal or whatever.
No, isn't having 6 fingers technically a dominant trait?
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's even specific to the Amish, but that's like a weird...
Yo, the Amish are just dominant then. They're the dominant like group of society.
The Amish are evolving at a scale that we can't comprehend, and we mock them now. But just wait until the apocalypse hits, and those
True.
those 6-fingered those 6-fingered like bonnet wearers, they're going to be digging through the ground, making little burrows. They're gonna outlive us all.
Yeah, that's so true.
When people think of the next step in human evolution, they assume that it's going to be like we're going to have linear progress, like we're going to evolve in a positive way. That's not true.
Yeah, no way.
We can always like regress.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna go back. We're gonna be hunter-gatherers again, like.
And that's when I'm tapping out. Anytime people are like, how to survive the apocalypse, I'm like, my guy, I am ending it. If I manage to survive like the initial event that caused the apocalypse, I am fully, I am putting on my lip gloss and walking into the ocean. I am not, I'm not gonna fight.
Forget that.
Who wants to live in a world where you have to scrounge for food, the air is crap, all the trees are probably singed, and what, you're gonna die of malnutrition from eating canned beans all the time? I'm already flatulent enough. I don't need more.
I can't handle cans of beans nonstop, also.
I can't. Also, if I broke my glasses, game over. I would rather just be dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we've insulted Europeans, great. Just a little summary: Greek's good, Italians and French, too much credit, but I understand. And posh British people, ew. And I hope they get offended.
Yeah, I hope they're listening.
We say that as if any of them are watching this.
The Queen is listening right now.
The Queen is listening, and she's like, ew, well.
This is what kills, what is it, Prince William or whoever the really old guy is? This is what sends him over?
Wait, Charles, who is, can you believe he's like 80? And his mom is like, I'm never going to die, you little prick. You're never going to see this throne.
Yeah.
Good for her. What a boss move.
True.
Okay, we've talked about we've bashed Europeans. Great. We can check that off our list.
Yeah.
Now, when we said body shaming in the beginning, it's more that, how do I say this? I was thinking about a specific actor.
Yeah.
Who people listening to this might know because he is in every single Netflix teen romance film. that is specifically targeted to like lonely teenage girls who read One Direction fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like currently, not even back when they were still together.
Yeah, they still have a Wattpad that they actively use.
And mind you, when I say this is a demographic that I'm very fond of, mind you. I don't say this with any malice. That is the exact group of people that his films cater to. Mm-hmm. And I'm, of course, referring to Noah Bicentennial, yeah. Noah Sentimental.
Centaurino.
Yeah. The only other person whose name is so much fun to mess with is obviously Benedict Cumberbatch, because there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Blueberry camcorder, Bend Over, Come on My Back, Benedictio Colmoro.
Oh, that's good.
And then Jacob Sartorius. My friend once said, she was like, Jacob Statutory Rape, and I'm like, okay, that's the best one. That's the best one. He nearly went to my school.
What?
Nearly went to my school. Yeah, nearly went to my high school, which is that's how young he was. I was a senior, and he was like entering high school.
Wow.
But then he ended up going to Gonzaga, because I knew he was from freaking suburban Virginia, so I was like, oh, maybe it's too far. Anyway, I'll talk about Noah Centineo. We need to stop going off on tangents, and by we I mean me. But Noah Centineo.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen this man, his neck, his neck speaks to me. It is so thick.
It is.
It's like the trunk of a tree.
And it's like the same width as like his head. Like it's in line with his ears.
I want to like wrap my hands around it, not sexually, just in a violent way. Not to choke him. I just want to feel it. I want to feel the muscles. I want that sensation of being like, I grabbed the thickest neck on earth.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's not like a... Like, I feel like there's no give to it.
Right. I feel like his neck is the size of, like, a slender woman's thigh.
Yeah, it's those skinny girls in high school that would always, like, brag about their thigh gaps. Like, he has one of their thighs as his neck.
We body shame skinny people, too. Yeah. It's not just Rush Limbaugh from last episode.
We get everybody. Nobody's safe.
Even average people. It's like, pick a side. Either be super skinny or be obese. Why are you a fence sitter?
Yes, quit being an average weight. Come on.
Yeah. So Noah Centineo, one of the heartthrobs of today. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's hip with the children. We're both still technically Gen Z, but I could not tell you who is like a hot person for teenagers right now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. Harry Styles, they still like him, right?
I think
but
so.
Just the gay kids, I think.
Yeah, I think the gays are really into him now.
The Twilight guys, those are who I remember being like the heartthrobs when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Not for me personally, but I could see it.
Yeah, like I never got into those, and like I was never, I'm Team Jacob, I'm Team Edward, but like, I got it. The hot one, one's like the one you feel bad for, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the classic pale versus abs.
Of course, the classic trope. Yeah. I would say Jacob was very evenly toned. Mm-hmm. Also, one of the only... I know people are like, reading Twilight, it is so blatantly obvious that Stephenie Meyers is a Mormon. Because it's literally like the most repressed relationship of two teenagers ever, but it's framed as like a good thing, and they can't do it until they're married, even though Edward is like, there's no way he has his V card. He's like 100 and something years old. Yeah. Probably was a little thoughty all throughout like the 60s and 70s. And then they bang. And do you know the actual reason as to why his sperm worked?
No.
And managed to impregnate. So
was it true love?
No, it was something even more disgusting.
Ew.
When they were in Mexico or wherever it was, they went for their honeymoon, and they went into the ocean. The warm water like heated up.
Ew.
His scrotum. I'm like, first of all, the ocean is cold. What are you people talking about?
That's crazy.
I don't know. I wish that Stephenie Meyer would pull a J.K. Rowling and like retcon her own stuff on Twitter. And on Pottermore. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, all I remember about like Twilight is seeing like a behind the scenes clip where it was like Bella petting Taylor Lautner's character, but it was just like him standing there in like a morph suit, like with his head down, and they had to like create the whole werewolf thing, but it looked so awkward.
Oh my god. Did you know that they actually made Taylor Lautner perform all of the wolf noises by himself? Like that was actually him.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's groundbreaking, isn't it?
Wow. Good old Shark Boy coming through.
That was the greatest role he has ever played. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Other lyrics I can't remember. Dream. Then he did that little backflip, and you're like, we see that martial arts background, Taylor.
Yeah.
So the Twilight guys, those were like the hotties, and then who else? Oh my goodness, I was so uninterested in like teenage boys when I was in middle school and in high school. My crushes were all like adult men, and not even like 26-year-olds. I'm talking like 35. Yeah.
I was like, hey, Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Rachel, you and this man. First of all, Norm Macdonald is well over 35. If Norm Macdonald came up to you right now and he wasn't with anyone and you weren't with anyone, and he was like, Rachel, I got a box of apple juice with your name written on it. Would you be like, oh my god?
I'd be like, tell me some 9/11 jokes, please. Tell me some OJ jokes.
Some OJ references.
Yeah.
That's understandable. I used to have, young Stephen Colbert, like Strangers with Candy era.
Yes.
Adorable. Yeah. A young Jimmy Fallon. Actually hot.
Yeah.
Like 2001
I'll
Jimmy
admit
Fallon.
I'll admit it.
He had great bone structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we got young Stephen Colbert, young Jimmy Fallon, Twilight guys. These are the classic hotties.
Yeah.
I just never know. The further back I think I was like, who are the hotties of the old school hotties? Like Joseph McCarthy, Burt Reynolds.
Okay, Burt Reynolds, who Norm Macdonald played on SNL, just saying.
Okay, I'm going to stop you with the Norm Macdonald's references because we get it. Burt Reynolds, Kurt Russell. I remember him.
Don Rickles? No, I'm playing.
Don Rickles. I mean, I wouldn't say he was an old school hottie because he was currently a hottie up until his death.
Yeah.
Same with Larry King.
Yeah, those shoulders. Anyone who's got shoulders above their ears, I'm into that.
Yeah. Any person who I've never seen them below the torso, I'm into that.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen Larry King's from his nipples up, I'd say. Sometimes, and his lower arms.
Anyone that could be in a wheelchair but we don't know, I'm into that.
Mm-hmm. I could not tell you who is a hot person now. That guy that driver's license is about.
Oh yeah, probably.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That song Driver's License, where she's like, I've got my driver's license. I don't know. So many people resonated with that song. I would say at least half of them have never actually liked someone or been in a relationship. Yeah. But it still hits. Olivia Rodrigo, that's her name.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Olivia. You did it. You cracked the Billboard 100.
I know Olivia's listening right now. She's a big fan of ours. She's actually making another song. It's called Learner's Permit. That's about us, actually. So...
That's great. She is. I would just say, Olivia, please respond to my DMs. You're on Instagram. I only send them to people who I think are really cool and really cute.
Yeah, but it's just a promo code for your flat tummy tea collab.
Yeah, those weird appetite suppressant lollipops.
Yeah,
anything that the Kardashians shuck out. Yeah, R.I.P. to Kim's marriage.
Yeah.
Officially getting divorced. I thought they were going to last.
Yeah. I was like, I could see this. I feel like it made sense.
Yeah.
Would you marry Kanye?
No. Never.
I think I might.
I would not, because it's you can't have two crazy people together. It's not... Kim made sense for Kanye because she's very...
airhead.
Calm.
I mean,
when you think of Kim Kardashian, you don't really think of, erratic.
Yeah.
Because Kanye would tweet out something like, we're living in a matrix, and black people are the original Jews. And then And then to cover it up, Kim was literally gonna post like a full photo of her like cheeks spread apart,
Yeah.
and her like entire ass showing. It's definitely a publicity thing to get the attention off of him, but
Yeah.
you can expect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then she'll post like, my hand's so pale in this. It's like, yeah, because you're white.
Yeah. Armenians are technically white, Kim. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
They had like 15 children together, and it's mainly because Kris Jenner is so smart. She was like,
She really is.
everyone accuses me of cultural appropriation. Well, guess what? Now nearly all of my grandchildren are technically black, so it's not cultural appropriation. I guarantee you that was her plan.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing.
I feel like they could be like that's like a real life Get Out, like where they're like trying to gather as many black people as they can.
Oh, 100%. Also because, you know, when North gets old enough, Kylie can finally use her hand to do those swatches on.
Yeah.
Because now Jordan's out of the picture.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with that. Rachel,
Yeah.
you were talking to me about cheese and crackers.
Yeah. As in like white people and cheese. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. See, I'm on this constant battle, right? Because I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to treat myself, take care of myself, right?
Okay.
But I can't find a good cracker that works with my cheese. I need a good cracker because, like, you are what you eat, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But if anyone out there knows of, like, a great cracker, just a plain cracker, because I always see those party packs of, like, sliced tiny cheeses and, like, little pepperonis and little salamis, and I want to buy them so bad, but I have no cracker to eat them with.
Might I suggest wild card here? Just get toothpicks. Stack them on top of each other and just sort of nibble at them like a little rat.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need a cracker.
That's a very good point.
Yep.
Because I've been getting, like, the fancy cheeses, and I don't mean, like, those Kraft, like, string cheese that are, like, the twisted, like, cheddar mozzarella.
Yeah, no, like, elementary school daycare cheeses.
Yeah, I got, like, brie and, like, the fancy mozzarella. Like, I've gotten the port wine, like, spreadable cheese. Like, I've been making so many cooter boards lately. Like, I've really been killing it. Yeah, I've been making charcuterie boards over here all day. I've really been killing it. But I don't have a good cracker. And because also fontina cheese on some bread, that goes hard. Fontina Fay, that's what I call it.
Your future child's name.
Yeah, of course.
Fontina Fay. Unfortunately, I mean, I know this is going to be shocking, but I, even though I am a beacon of class and elegance and sophistication, I am not aware of the best brands of cracker.
Yeah.
And I love saying that word because it makes me feel like I'm in a blaxploitation film from the 70s.
Yeah.
Cracker, shut up, you honky. I don't have to listen to the white man.
That's like, do you remember the part in Airplane? Wait, this is going to be so bad, but where the white lady's like, that's okay, I speak jive turkey, or whatever. And
Yeah.
like, it's so bad.
There was that one
man.
point in Airplane where the woman was, I don't know, she was freaking out or feeling disgusting. She was like, oh my God, this is just like when we watched that Ronald Reagan movie. And that was funny. Because screw Ronald Reagan.
True.
I feel like we should have a segment of that. We should have that segment every single episode.
Yeah.
I don't care that he ate jelly beans. He brought crack into the U.S. through the CIA secret mission. That's right. I read that article from that guy, that journalist, who wrote about it in the 80s. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was convincing. I don't know what fontina is. I've never heard of that sort of cheese.
It's really good.
All I know is, I know brie. I know pepper jack, cheddar, mozzarella.
I know the easy cheese, the spray can cheese.
Yeah, the cheese that is like radioactive, essentially.
Yeah. Like pressurized, like aerated.
Yeah, the first sightings of that easy spread cheese were in the rubble of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It was regular cheese that fully mutated, and
Yeah.
then American companies were like, this is some resistant dairy.
Yeah.
We'll sell this to American kids.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the fake cheeses, the ones that are so unbelievably processed that they're like a bright
The
orange.
floppy little craft single, like,
Absolutely. It's like, I'm not looking for natural flavor.
yeah.
Get out of here.
It's the kind of cheese where they have to call it cheese product because they can't just call it straight up
Yeah,
cheese because of the
because it's only like
FDA.
2% actual dairy.
Yeah.
And it's just like sandpaper. The rest of it is actual plastic.
Yeah.
I am a fan of your little idea of calling your kid Fontina Fay because
Yeah.
it would be like so humiliating and stupid.
Yeah.
I have considered what I would name my future children. Some of my ideas are Chardonnay,
Yeah.
Milk, Longinus, Myrtle, Casablanca. That's boy or girl. Amadeus, Sorry, Ham Boy.
Maybe ham bone if you're feeling crazy.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher, but like hyphenated.
Yeah.
So the full name is just Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten so far. What about you?
Yeah, I think anything with like making money off of them, because like I'd probably only want a kid if I could like profit monetarily. So
Yeah, exploit them.
you know, like if you start setting up like ads and sponsors for them, it's like, here's little Jimmy presented by Verizon. Like every time you say his name.
That'd be so good. Or give them a street name like Little Marco, Little Nugget,
Lil Peep. Lil Bo Peep.
Lil Bo Peep. Oh my gosh, please. Pixar Studios. If I know Lil Bo Peep got a little remake in a Toy Story 4, but give her a little spin-off where she starts her rap career.
Yeah.
Because she's already on the road.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to have any children?
I don't know.
Real honest question. Rachel, would you ever want to breed?
Let's open up. Let's go deep today. I have no idea. That seems like so crazy to me. Like pooping out a baby. Like, I don't know. What about you?
Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think eventually I'd like to have children because I think I will get to the point where years from now, my biological clock will be like, you don't have time. You have to do it now.
Yeah.
And then also my family will be like, you're getting old. You're going to be alone forever. And then I'm going to be like, okay, thanks, in the group chat.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go over to whoever I'm with at the moment and be like, listen, we need to make a little baby.
You have him sign a little contract.
Yeah, and then he'll
It's
be
just
like,
business.
but Sarah, you know I'm sterile. And I'm like, what? Okay. And I'm a Pisces, like, what's your point?
Yeah.
We'll find a way. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got a brother? Your father's still alive? We can make it work. You'll still be related to the kid. Yeah, I would like to have kids. I would like to have 5 children. Just because I want to recreate the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Except that none of them are talented and all of them stay black. So I will have a version of the Jackson 5 that's like still all black, but they can't sing, they can't dance, but they desperately try to,
Yeah.
which I think would be funnier.
But they all still wear the one glove.
Yeah, they don't even have vitiligo. They're just like a little attention whores.
Yeah.
They just want everyone to think that they have something wrong with them.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Michael Jackson's transformation.
Yeah.
It is the fact that Michael Jackson was so talented that he turned into a white woman and no one like cared. People were like, have you heard Thriller? Like, they still bought his tickets.
That's so true though. Like I've seen like old footage of like literally thousands of people outside of like a hotel room or something where he was staying. Like he was the biggest pop star ever.
And this was like pre-social media.
Yeah.
How did they find him?
Yeah. They heard the hee and they just started following
they,
it.
the echoing through the streets of the city.
Yeah, it comes up like through the sewer system.
Oh my gosh.
It's like it.
That's,
It's like
could
from
you
It.
imagine? That'd be so terrifying. Oh, Michael. You think he touched them kids?
Norm Macdonald thinks so.
I'm just saying, it's a little weird. The details of it
Yeah.
are like, who allows 7-year-olds, unsupervised, like without their parents,
Yeah.
to sleep over at a grown man's house in his bedroom? Technically not his bed, Or maybe it was, I don't remember. But in his bedroom, I'm like,
Yeah.
the parents need to be arrested, even if nothing happened.
T.
It's still weird, though.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
still
know.
so
I'm a
creepy.
little
I
skeptical.
just think it's because Michael Jackson was literally worked like a horse since he was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And so he never got to be a kid.
True.
And that's why he was insanely creepy.
But like Thriller's such a good song. So like
And so what? Chinatown is a great movie. I'm not going to stick up for Roman Polanski.
yeah.
Anyway, we've talked way too much about child predation in this episode.
I think we've met our quota.
Yeah. Let's move on to something a little lighter, but equally as disgusting.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
Sorry, Texas.
All those people freezing to death. Why couldn't you have just been born Ted Cruz's daughters? Going down to Mexico.
Go to Cancun.
Saw a tweet that was like, Ted Cruz's daughters in Mexico surviving off of the salt that rim margarita glasses. All right. We are going to introduce a little segment called If I Were Blank for the Day, which we did like 2 episodes ago, and that was with If We Were Men for a Day.
Yeah.
Now it's If We Were President for the Day. What would you do?
Hear me out on this one. So I would make everyone butt chug something once.
Okay.
Because the idea of butt chugging is so intriguing to me. Like it's so interesting to me, but I feel like I would want like everyone else to kind of try it out and see what they think.
So they're guinea pigs?
Yeah, like it'd be like divided based on like your taxes. So it's like you just have to like butt chug like water.
Okay.
And then like the rich people have to like butt chug milk or something. And then like, but then we have some people butt chug like Flamin' Hot Cheetos that we like grind up. You just like pour them in. Like we could get crazy with it.
Ooh, okay.
And like they'd get like rewards based on their item. You know, like I'd be like, I'll knock off some money. You don't owe anything to the IRS now.
So you give them financial incentives to destroy their bodies.
Yeah, it would bring everyone together. People were always talking about, oh, Americans are so divided, all this bipartisanship. If everyone butt chugs something, we'll all be on the same page. I'm kind of a hero for that.
You would definitely go down in history for reasons. Yeah, let's just hope that Biden puts that in one of his executive orders.
Yeah, he's like, no minimum wage, no health care, but everybody's got a butt
Everybody got a butt chug.
chug. No stimulus check until you butt chug.
That's valid, I would say.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, I would make wearing like fanny packs mandatory. Like 24/7. You have to shower with them on.
Yeah.
And that's just because I want my citizens to look cool.
Yeah.
I want them to look hot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're inexpensive.
True.
They're so much more efficient and a much better investment than any other sort of like bag or purse that you can get.
True.
You know, they do make you look like you have a weird kangaroo pouch just filled with like, you know, loose cough drops and a Dunkin' Donuts gift card or whatever it is that the average American has on them at all times. So that would be my first thing. My second act would be to make 9/11 a national holiday.
Yeah.
Not a day of celebration, but not necessarily even a day of mourning. You don't. I would say that you're not obligated to feel anything.
Yeah.
But you can just take the day off.
That's fun.
I don't know what you would do on that day.
You go to 7-Eleven?
That's true. That's close enough. You can pay your respect to the people of 9/11 by
getting a Slurpee,
buying some hummus, and then like throwing it away. I don't know. I can't. Now that I think about it, maybe the terrorists did win. Because what can we do? What can we do?
Yeah, there's this I found recently. It was this like old like sketch or something, and it was Osama Vin Diesel. And I was like
him being played by Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it was silly, and it was like almost like a Fast and the Furious thing, but like with Al Qaeda. It was fun. So I think maybe a national viewing of that could be a good way to celebrate.
We could project it.
Yeah.
We could project it onto the Freedom Building, which is what they built on Ground Zero.
Like in the water of like the memorial. Like, you play it there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. They called it the Freedom Building. I'm like, I really thought it was like a countdown until someone hit that too. Like everything that they try to build on that area, they take down.
Oh, that's awful. The terrorists are like, oh, another target.
And it's taller too.
Yeah.
And easier to hit. Fantastic.
But I've seen like there's like a ton of like security measures or whatever they've like installed. Because like I've seen it's like, oh, that's actually like the safest building in New York or something now.
Apparently.
But are they just saying that to like sell more office space?
I don't know. It's a little like... It's odd to me because don't they have this policy where they're like, if a plane flies like too close to the city or they had like certain rules as to like how close you can fly over cities, and if you are too close, they'll shoot you down or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that just going to kill more people?
Yeah, we'll force you to land like in the middle of the city.
Right? I'm like, how does that work? But I guess the pilots get warnings, and then if they don't listen to that, then they're like, all right, this is a little sus.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you were a terrorist, you could take that into your own hands and be like, well, if they're going to shoot me down, that's still technically me killing everyone in this plane.
Yeah. It's like a lazy like suicide bomber.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't be giving them ideas.
Yeah. Because I know they listen. I know they listen to our podcast.
Oh yeah, we're huge. We're huge in the caves of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Common misconception. Osama bin Laden was not in a cave. He was just in like a compound.
Yeah. We were actually part of SEAL Team 6 that night.
Yeah. We waltzed in there. We were like, hey guys.
Hey guys,
where is he? We know he's here. And then Osama came out and he was like, oh, you got me. Hey. And we were like, oh, Osama.
Silly
we have to
goose.
kill you now.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I understand. So that's the real story that the government doesn't tell you, by the way.
Yeah.
It is incredible how much we will speak on any topic, regardless of whether or not we have any information.
Yeah.
And that's all we gotta say on that. Tune in next week for another episode.
See you later. The Boredroom with Sara and Rachel is a production of Rails Comedy Network.
The Boredroom is produced by Walker Green and edited by Rachel Nicewander.
Stephen Duranske is our graphic designer, and our theme music is by Doug Maxwell and Media Right Productions.
You can follow us on Instagram at Boredroom Podcast.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to The Boredroom on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Like, comment, rate, and review. Tell us you love us. Tell us you hate us. Solicit us. We'll take anything.